Today is day 342 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on with project number 8, Simple Calculator. We started to finally make some progress with our JavaScript. And here is our example project that we are trying to emulate. 1 and 2 plus 3 and 4 equals blank times 5 and 6. Minus 7 and 8 equals divided by 9. That's not going to end well for anybody. Clear. Okay, so we're shooting for that. This is currently what we've got, though, for our code. Back over to HTML. Copy. View, developer, JavaScript. Nice. Okay, so yesterday we slightly adjusted. I don't think we really did too many changes to our HTML. In fact, I really don't think we made much of a change on the HTML front. We did configure our JavaScript. Oh, don't mind me. I realize I don't have chat open. There we go. Now we've got chat open. Alright, what were we doing? So, I realized, before we realize anything else, let's destroy this. This doesn't need to be here. Just completely obsolete, as far as I'm concerned. Tab. Yes, good. Save. Alright, so what were we doing? We tinkered with little to nothing in our HTML file. I think we did just as little, made just as little to no changes to our CSS file. But we did set up our regular expressions. Now, we've got our click event. Well, our event listener, our click event, tied to our handle click function, which is passing information along to our button hell function. I think we can probably change its name, but it was still pretty infuriating. We've got these variable... Tiny cat? Hey, what the hell are you doing? Oh my god. Are you gonna climb up? Just, I see her claws of doom as they're sinking into the side of the chair. So we set up our button hell function, numbers and stuff. What else do we have? We set up the if, else if. That's right, we got rid of the stray else at the bottom. Because we can do just else. Aha! The else if fiasco. That was awful. Just trying to come to terms with where we stand for today, 342. Since yesterday was needlessly painful. If we weren't to call it button hell, what would we call it? It would be button reader? No. Button type. Button type. If it's a number, if it's a decimal, if it's a math operation, or the clear button. Okay, button type. We are breaking new ground on day 342. updating button hell to button type. Alright, that's definitely better. What else do we need to look for? Save. Well, let's refresh. We can click 7, 8, 9, divide 4, 5, 6, multiply 1, 2, 3, subtract 0, decimal, equals, plus, and clear. Everything works, but now, as it states, things should happen. And indeed they should. We should reference separate functions. Instead of stuff should happen here, we should have external functions for each. Each thing should be its own specific thing. At least I think it's supposed to be that way. It seems reasonable. Oh, what to do, what to do. I feel like I'm at a stalemate on this project. Yeah, we could have, because this is what we're focusing on now, is after the event listener, it handles the click, it sends our parameter to our function, and it processes it. If, else if, else if, else if, blah blah blah, and we've got those four. Numbers, decimals, math operations, and clear. So we do need to set up a function. We need to take that button and have it do something. We need to have it display. We need to have it display on the calculator. Baby steps, let's do exactly that. So it registers fully, but here. So that means we need to, hey, Yosh, aka Synergy, welcome. Hey there. Hey there to you. How's your day / evening going? Sorry for the delay where we were trapped in our train of thought. Right. Speaking of train of thought, what were we doing? Aha! Figuring out how to at least have things display on the screen. Now, this is currently total. Do we keep it as total, or do we call it screen? I think total is more applicable to the content that it will be showing versus the object that it is. Yes, it is the screen, but technically it will be the running total. That's why we went with total initially for its variable. We'll keep it as total. We'll probably end up deleting that, but we will update the div. Does it have an ID? It does not. We should give it an ID of total as well. Because that will make our lives in JavaScript so much easier. Trying to track down godforsaken screen. So, here, stuff should happen. Hey, Tribute. 32 ounces. How are you doing? Sup to you. Hopefully your life is on the sup and sup. Get it? Hopefully it's on the up and up, but it's a sup. It was a terrible play on words, but the point is hopefully your day / night has been awesome. Good. Cool. Good works. We are doing quite well, surprisingly. We haven't succumbed to our usual nightly delirium and pit of confusion yet. So we're still early in the stream, but I'm sure that will happen in about 45 minutes or so. Hey there, little kitty. What are you doing? You coming to hang out? You saying hey to Yosh Energy in tribute? Yeah, look at you, little kitty. Tribute. Something / someone is on your bed. Spooky. That could either have been the cat or the live human in bed. That would be my missus. She's chilling there. Trying to fall asleep. Doing her thing. Little kitty, you are just all over. Wow, no, you're actually not just gonna be sprawling out on the keyboard because this isn't gonna work for anybody. I know you're excited to know what is happening with your chest cavity. Her chest is like beating like this. Little alarming. Okay, it's smoothed out. Were you like chasing stuff in the hall? Yeah, you were chasing stuff in the hall. We're gonna move you to a slightly more. Oh, look at you. Look at how cute she is. Covered in fur and confusion. No, don't you knock my phone off the desk. Look, just find a new napping position. Find a decent one that's not taking up valuable stream real estate. No. Team effort. Sorry for the cat fiasco. 1. Oh god. 2. And 3. Oh my god. Yeah. There we go. Okay. We lived. Oh. Okay. Is the mic still in place? She moves everything. Tribute 342 days and now working on a calculator. Not quite. We won't go through the whole story, but the first 150 days was learning all different lessons, all the free content at Code Academy. Then we did a fair bit of time at Code Wars and Free Code Camp. Then at the start of October, we started chipping away at these projects that Topher had set up for us. These 10. And we just started on the simple calculator just a couple days ago. I think maybe 2 or 3 now. Could be more. Maybe it's been 4 days. So yeah, we've had some interesting ones. Coin toss and mouse position were quite fascinating. So now, yes, now for day 342, we are chipping away at the calculator project. But it's been a long haul to get here. Now, what were we doing? There was something was supposed to happen before the cat tried to sabotage the stream. It's also been 342 days of juggling that freaking cat. That is still my #1 pro tip to anyone learning how to code. Don't get a cat if you're trying to learn how to get into coding. It is just damn near impossible. Just so not wasting time on newbie stuff. Kind of. Yeah, it's to help. So these projects were to help get us to transition from those tutorial sites, like Free Code Camp, and just kind of basic activities at Code Wars, into giving us an idea on how to set up our own projects, what to shoot for, what we can do, things to look for, stuff like that. So it's been good. I haven't minded the slow growth because I've needed a year's worth of content. So if I was just on the streamline track, we would have been to any given destination much earlier. This was also an exploratory journey, so there was no set goal. I didn't wake up January 1st of this year going, I want to be a developer in 4 months or 6 months. It was, what is coding? And it kind of just slowly evolved from there. Now, something about, we were dealing with the cat. But that's not... We were trying to make things appear on the screen, which is why we gave it the ID just a moment ago. ID total. Tribute 32 day 707 programming hello world. Kind of. No, not quite that bad, but pretty close to it. Pretty close to it. It was there. Although there was we've hit the reset button many a times. What were we doing? We had our no, not ID main, ID total. So we were going to try and change the text content, which would be I think I should set up actual functions for each of these. A number function, a decimal function, at least a math operation function. Maybe even four separate ones, or at least a switch statement. Maybe the math operation could have a switch case. But as far as getting the numbers to appear on the calculator, instead of just the console, just to make sure we're heading down the right path, we want to do the following... Something. Hey, Topher! How you doing? Hopefully your night is going well. We are just trying to slowly chip away and make some more progress on our JavaScript here. Functions. Maybe we'll do that. Function. Numbers. Stuff. Copy. 1, 2, 3. Decimals. Math. Operations. And clear. I don't know if... I know I could have functions, I just don't know if it's better to have all the stuff happen within each if statement. Two, 3, 4. Topher. Thumbs up. Good. Feeling alive. Feeling better now. Brutal flu this year. That's right. You've been under the weather for the last couple days. You've been warding off death. Well, I'm glad to hear you're doing better. That is good to hear. The flu is no bueno. What were we doing? Right, something regarding display. Get document... Oh, let's see. Hopefully my spidey senses don't fail me. Document.get element by ID. Display, was it? Display. I feel like I'm missing something. Text content equals button content. Element by ID. There should be something. Parentheses, right? Yeah. Do they need to be in quotes? I think so. But what needs? The ID. Total. I don't 100% remember if that's all accurate, but good enough for me. Save. We can test, at least, in the meantime. Refresh. 7. Damn. Uncaught text content. button type. Yeah, I set it up incorrectly. Display something. Where did I use buttons before? Which project had that? Well, we've used lots of projects where we want to update content. I should check. Magic 8 Ball. Magic 8 Ball. No, I want to look at the JavaScript for that. Damn. This should be easy. That's been every project. I know. I'm trying to think of a specific example. I should be able to check anyone. I don't know why I can't recall. It's just tragic. Numbers. Something. File. Open. I should know. Bad Steven. I'm gonna have to sleep in the hall. Let's see. Desktop. Documents. One of these is it. Magic 8 Ball. JavaScript. Okay. I would update the answer with question. Oh, it was just text con. I thought it was display. That was for the styling. Bastard. Damn, forgetful son of a... That's what it is. That's what it was. My bad. I was trying to shove two things together that didn't belong with each other. Rookie move, Steven. Rookie move. Okay. Display was for style. And text content is its own separate beast. No wonder why we pissed off the JavaScript gods with her stupid suggestion. Covered in angry red. Alright, let's adjust that. It's not display text content. Just text content. Save, save, save. And now, when we refresh and click the button, ta-da! 8, 9, 5. Okay, cool, cool. There's all of that, but we want them to continue to add on to each other. So now we need to tinker with that. Hey, McGreenberg. Assignments go right to left. Right to left. Oh, for all of this stuff. Is that what you were talking about? How it shimmies across? Most likely. Most likely. Tribute. You have saved your previous projects? Oh yeah. Yeah, we've got them all. Again, we've done day 342 is just the current project of what we started. These 10 projects started in October. Yeah, we started chipping away on these in October, and now early December we made it to finishing up the Holy Grail, starting the simple calculator. But yes, our projects are indeed at least 7 out of the 10 are completed. They are alive and kicking. Topher, what are you trying to do? Maybe if you say it out loud, it will become more clear to you. Oh, right, just all that. Well, I was thinking I wanted to display. Bad, Steven. Display the content. So I was like, oh, display and text content. Problem solved. Not quite. There is a lot to remember. Don't feel bad. Yes, a year juggling a year's worth of noob level instructions. There's a lot to process. And Greenberg, yeah, that stuff. Can you show the HTML again? Absolutely. Here, wait. Well, that's the Magic 8 Ball HTML. No, that's the Magic 8 Ball JavaScript. Here is our calculator HTML. Ta-da! B-diddy-dee-dee-dee. WP blanket, or write it down on paper. Writing is another thing I should do. WP blanket plus, who remembers all the syntax in a given language? I regularly Google things I've long forgotten. Mine's just there've been so many like beginner level things that I've done. So a lot of the information, there's so many similarities amongst all the different languages that I've experienced, and they're all the wires are crossing. They're all loose ends, and they're all crossing, so it's just... These projects have been nice since October, because I've really been able to focus on HTML and CSS and JavaScript, and how they all fit together with these 10 or so projects. So it's been good versus trying to strip out the confusion of the basics of Ruby and Python in addition to earlier in the year I'd be dropping $signs and things like that into my code just randomly hoping it would work out. Tribute to be linking. I write it down too and use cheat sheet. Greenberg, do you think you should be using a disabled input field for the text display? Do I have a disabled input field for the text display? Oh, this was just more of a generic label. Before I had things should be here. See, look at this. When I refresh the code. Ta-da. See, this was just a generic placeholder. Things should be here. But before I even had this, which we can get rid of this now. Before I had that, I had just the total, the class of the div as a place, as filler. So we can also, well, we'll leave that. We'll leave that for now. It just helped indicate to me that I knew I was going to have content in here. But before I had configured the JavaScript, yeah, anyways, long story, not important. I'm crazy. I was just piecing it together. Quirky habits. Unless I totally misread that. Do you think you should be using a disabled input field for the text display? Oh, as in make it disabled. I'm not sure. I mean, it's possible. I did notice on Topher's calculator, when it's refreshed, there's nothing in the display, which we eventually can set up and do something similar to that. Although I think now that I deleted the things should be here and refresh... Oh, I didn't save. Well, once I save... Ta-da, and refresh... Beep-diddy-dee-dee-dee, nothing's there, but as soon as you start to chip away at things and enter, and then we clear it, it is forever. Forever is 0 lingering there, unless we refresh the page, which makes sense. I think ours will probably have the same thing going on. Okay, so what to do next? Let's go ahead and keep chipping away at this monstrosity. We've got potentially a couple different functions which we can reference with things like these stuff should happen. These are just placeholders. Although, speaking of placeholders, it does provide a nice little gray barrier where I can throw my new stuff, and beneath it, we should reference the new function. Numbers, pass it on to numbers function. Button content. Feel like I should be sending it to another function for each one of these. At least math operations I know should be its own function, and there will probably be some form of a switch case, I would think. Not 100% sure, just a shot in the dark. Disable field, made a cheat, I made a cheat sheet to stop myself from writing C-styled C++. Therefore, I don't see the difference it would make either way. McGreenberg has value and placeholder, which are easier to mutate and force numbers with. Oh. Or a disabled input field. Interesting. An input field, like when we were writing in, let's bring up the Magic 8 Ball. Magic something. Magic 8 Ball. Yes. Like an actual input field. Clever. Huh. I just thought have it as a generic empty div, but have it as an input field that we can't type into. Interesting. I see what you mean. I wonder how that would change anything. Or the effects. So you were saying McGreenberg has value and placeholder, which are easier to mutate and force numbers with. That's an interesting point. Tribute, it could be fun to do programming challenges. AI versus AI tournaments. So for valid point, should also assign your document.getElementById handles into a variable. Every time you call that function, it has to look up the DOM, which wastes resources. Interesting. So many tips. Okay. So, what to do? Well, at least, what about... So am I crazy for wanting to set up functions after each of these, like number, button content? Then again, this would be the decimal function. I realize some of these probably don't need an entire own dedicated function to them. But for consistency purposes, it just seemed like the easier thing to do or easier thing to follow. Aside from math operations, I'm all but certain math operation or math operations. Math operation. Let's get rid of that extra S down there. Wait a second. That is the function. Yeah, math operation. Cool. McGreenberg, keep going though. Don't let me sidetrack you. It's what whatever you want. There's no wrong answer to that question. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to piece together and continue down the path by grabbing onto whatever is within arm's reach. Although that's how we've made it to this point after 342 days. Tiny baby steps. One after another. I think this is the right thing. At least it's consistent, which I guess is a plus. Clear. I suppose if they can tell that I made a mistake in one area, they'll know where to find the mistakes in the exact same spots in the other areas. So, again, yay consistency. That. Let's save. Okay, so we've at least got those alive and kicking. That will have some type of switch case. Tribute. Imagine converting all the BDX Inc. videos to audio, and then audio speeches to text speeches. Later turning the text into a book. I wonder how many pages it would be. I thought about just doing the audio only, or like a delayed podcast almost. I just think it would be way too weird with no visual context, especially when I get confused. I'm not sure it would work. Like, I understand some people turn on a Twitch stream just for the audio, but at least you have the choice of referencing looking at the screen at some point if it's just on as background noise. But purely as something like a podcast, I don't know. I think it would be way too weird. But the speech to text thing, yeah, turning it, seeing how many pages it is, that might be an interesting metric we can check out. What are we doing? We are looking for things and stuff. Damn it all. Okay, so we at least wanted to bring the numbers online. Our issue that I currently ran into was the fact that we are dealing with a single number with each button press. And we've pissed off the JavaScript gods again. Sakash. How did we pass? Oh, no, it's not entirely. It's not entirely terrible. I think it's because we were referencing the function, and the function wasn't doing anything. It just was a dead end. Save. Refresh. We've commented out the numbers function. And are we going to try? Okay. Good. Things are happening. No one's hurt. The village isn't on fire anymore. Good. Okay, let's see what's happening. McGreenberg, what's your plan of attack for doing math operations? Right now, again, going sort of step by step, I was just going to work my way down through numbers. I've currently come across the issue that there's one number at a time. I mean, it's good that it updates with each one, but we'd like it to grow. Maybe I need to set up some type of array or something. No, that's not right. But then once we survive decimal, we'd make the math operations. I'd start tripping over that in particular. And considering all 5 plus subtraction, multiplication, division, and equals would all get passed to the same operation, I think I'd have a switch case for all 5 of those. Damn, you know what I forgot when I set up the regular expressions? I don't know if that's a huge issue, but I didn't set up the event listener for hitting the enter key, which should function the same as the equals sign. Crap, and I forgot the equals sign over here. Son of a bag of dick. Fuck. Okay, alright. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Only half of the village is on fire. That's fine. Probably wasn't even the important half of the village. Oh, we're doomed. We're so not gonna get reelected as mayor of our make-believe village. This is just tragic. Are we all looking at the number of errors and the size of them? I mean, it's just haunting. Let's pretend everything's going great. What's happening? Okay, Topher, it'd be 10,000 pages of Family Guy show tunes. Oh my god. I can't even read it. And 5,000 pages of struggling with Little Kitty, and then 10 pages of programming. Oh my god, I think Topher may have broken me. Holy shit. Oh my god. McGreenberg, you have input working. Stop and think about it. Right. Okay. Let's tag all of those. 1 and 2 and 3. There's that. Let's go ahead and save again. Keep chipping away at chat. Okay. Petey, hey. How you doing? So close to a year. Are you going to do anything special? Also want to know. I'm not too sure. So, part of me, I thought I was gonna start, like, my first, like, my own project. Not that these aren't my projects, because there's also as much guidance as there is in content and instructions. These are all very, very kind of generic instructions. It's just, hey, here is the goal. Ta-da! Figure out how to get there. That's basically that. So these all work, but I was thinking of maybe on the last day trying to figure out some massive project and do some, I don't know, 18, 24-hour stream or something like that, but that just sounds way too daunting, and I don't even know if I'll have the content, motivation, or skill set to pull that off. So then I figured that I could, it depends on the timing though, it may line up pretty good. What I want to do after I finish all of these projects is do like my own 11th project where I set up sort of like my own site, but tie all of them together. I want to be able to have basically maybe not even a drop-down menu, but a header at the top so anyone can select which of the 10 projects they want to see all within one site, and basically tie all 10 sub-projects into one big one, and then update the styling and all that noise. I know that would take a while. However, the thought that's crossed my mind is that at the rate I'm struggling, I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to finish projects. I'm sure I'll probably be able to pull off Project 9, but I'm very concerned about the difficulty of Project 10, and if I'll be able to complete Project 10 within the year before it ends. I think Project 10 is going to take me into early January, which I'm actually okay with because this has been a whole exploratory journey. There isn't supposed to be some final huzzah victory where we come out on top of this. This is an exploratory journey where all we're doing is just trying to survive. Cat in hand, you can see my point. I don't know if a big finale finish is really what this journey needs or deserves. I think we kind of need that quiet finish, as we don't even complete Project 10. We just scrape by into next year. That would go along with the rest of the 364 days preceding it. So I'm kind of cool with the idea of just sort of a quiet finish, and then we build from there. Because this so has not been the journey where where the where we come out alive. That's just not how it works. So, and I think it would be more relatable and important. I don't know if important's the right word, but if there wasn't some crazy finish, I mean, it's just another day. There's going to be a day 366. But yeah, so it doesn't really stop. Topher, you should do that before you finish all these projects. Project 10 is really going to challenge you. See, Project 10. It's looming there in the distance. The Greenberg kitty invasion. Petey, that's right. Yeah, little kitties. She's found her napping spot, thank God. Without destroying all of our code. Petey, right on. Sounds like you got a good mindset. Donka, thank you. Day 365, viewer giveaway, free cat. Yeah, little kitty goes to a new home. God, I forget what it was. We were talking about giveaways earlier. I think it was Toasty. If little kitty has kittens, that's what the subscriber giveaway can be, is free cats. Although we were a little concerned about FedExing them, so anyone within the California, Southern California region, maybe you can just come pick up your free cat for whatever subscriber giveaway we may eventually set up. Although highly unlikely, but the option's there. No one can ever have too many kittens. Now, what were we doing? There was a cat fiasco, some great questions. Shiny objects, man. So hard to stay focused. If I was a fish, I would have been dead within minutes. Following the shiniest, brightest light. Boom. Dead. That would have been me. Okay, now, since we aren't a fish and we need to keep finishing our project, we need to forge ahead, damn it. We're nearing 1 a.m. and delirium is slowly starting to kick in, which is brutal. Need to refocus and keep chipping away. Right. We were working on numbers and how to get multiple numbers to show up in the same line. See? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ours, not quite there yet. Refresh. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Our calculator is certainly receptive. Not quite what we need yet. So we want to add on. The best way to do that, we assign it a variable? No, not a variable. We turn it into an array. What to do? What other project did we do where we'd click on stuff or type and it would add on to it? Needs something like an array. We need to keep adding to a list to turn it into something. And Greenberg, you need a plan. You need an object for memory. Okay, right. So our hunch, we were leaning in the right direction. That's somewhat comforting. Okay, so we get our button. And we're updating that. Well, we're adding on to it. It's variable. Is it wrong to call it number string? I hope it's not wrong to call it that. Number string equals something. La da 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 dee 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 dee. La da 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 dee 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 dee. Ba-dum ba ba-dum ba. It's just, it's moments like this. We did so many challenges and so many examples earlier in the year, and I just haven't had to set up anything recently. This is also one of the reasons why I wanted to do like a yearly. When I did learn how to code, I wanted to do it daily, because I knew if I went any amount of time, even a few days without using something, I would forget it. And there's been so much content that it's so hard to remember all this stuff, all the minor things. But I've created so many stupid objects before, and now I'm totally blanking. Unbelievable. Okay, so there's a difference between the curly stuff and the braces and brackets. MDN object. Bad Steven. Forgetful son of a... I'm gonna have to sleep in the hall. I just know it. I'm either gonna lose another finger or I'm gonna have to sleep in the hall. Length, right. Where's the deuce? Fuck, son of a... Wait a second. Objects are curly braces, and arrays are braces. No, objects are curly braces, and arrays are brackets. Wait, braces? Brackets? Curly braces, yes. Objects are curly braces, arrays are brackets. Greenberg, I just realized he might pull his hair out as he learns concatenation versus math operations in JavaScript variable casting. Oh, I could concatenate all these things together. No. We've all been there at some point. Steven's been trapped here for 340 plus days. The only thing I can think of, it's that feeling or sensation of picking up an object, whether it's like your cell phone or, I don't know, a remote or a key, and you drop it and you're fumbling it in your hands. I feel like I've been fumbling everything I've been doing for like 342 days now. That's what it feels like. It's right there. And every time I feel like I'm going to catch or I know what I'm doing, and then somehow I knock it back into the air just above my hands, right out of my grasp. So we need an object of sorts. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. We're not going down that path. We are not escaping. Dum 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 dum. Topher, or yes, or a calculator. Yes, a calculator has been just out of grasp as I fumble it. Specifically for this project. Okay, we're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be great. Little kitty's napping. That's right. See? Topher knows what's up. These are a few of my favorite things. We're on the hunt. We're on the cusp of learning. The bleeding edge of confusion. Progress and frustration. Waging a war on that fine line. That's our journey. Okay. Make a gotcha for Okay, that's our array. My object, blah blah blah. We need it to be a thing. We need it to concatenate. Project have I done where things concatenate onto each other? I know I've done this 1,000 times at Code Wars. Just in my mind, I can't mentally see what it is. Bad Steven. Bad Steven. Back to our project. Here we go. Let's just do anything at all. Blank equals... We probably don't need an array. But if we were, maybe we need an array. We need to tell it to keep adding to an array. In my mind, maybe we do need an array. Maybe we do need an array. Because then we can add it. That's one button. And that's the other button. Well, not button, but that can be one number. That would be the second number. We tell it to add. We keep adding numbers. Yes. Yeah, this is the world that I want to live in. Okay. Good. So, we need to shove something. Come on, think it through. We're trying to do following. We take all the buttons and we keep doing stuff. Plus equals. Oh my god, it's been like 290 something plus days. No, not important. Well, wait, how many days has it been? It's been a while. It's been long enough. Close to 80 since we've had to do anything with concatenating, but there would be a plus and an equals involved, and someone's getting pressed together against something else. Whether that's good or bad. Here we go. So, button content plus equals other button content. Numbers. Damn. How do I want to structure that? Yeah, gosh. I can see it. There's a thing where it's a like a variable stuff. You know, and there's a plus equals and then button things get added. We're right there. How? What would I use? You can concatenate strings. Yes, I could concatenate strings. Is it that simple? It's not just those two, button content plus button content. Wouldn't that duplicate it? That would duplicate it. We need to make it equal something. It needs to equal blank, but blank needs to be plus equals button content. This will equal number string. Yes. This will equal number string. Number string. This will equal number string, and number string will be a variable that equals plus equals button content. Oh god, this is just hellish. That's not right either. Never give up, never surrender. We're gonna find a way to do this. Add to the front of an array. Well, how do I add to the back of an array? Fruits. Unshift. Add to the end of an array. Yeah, that's what I want. I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy. And then I want to smash them all together. One big happy family. So I push. Oh my god. Now I'm thinking of all the countless times I've used the stupid push method. I couldn't remember it. Grr. Okay, so variable number string will equal button content Did I do button content plus or push button content? Isn't that like a weird self-fulfilling prophet? That wouldn't work. McGreenberg, wait, Topher, what kind of projects are you working on? McGreenberg, if you don't mind me asking, McGreenberg, a few things, learning SVG animation, REST API design and testing, also looking for a job at the moment, have a code interview on Monday, way cool, awesome, hopefully all goes well, break a leg, HPU, push method, Topher, oh nice, you're going full stack route, yeah, I like application design, tricky, very cool. Alright. Good. We're gonna figure this out. Topher, working on a handful of projects in React. Football Picks website, and recipe app with React Native for the wife. That's kind of cool. Wait a second. Minor tangent. Just regarding different classes. Code Academy's got quite a much more extensive list of beta courses that I just wanted to throw out there that I was kind of curious in doing because I think some of them were languages or things that might be somewhat interesting to me, at least in the near future. Obviously after all of these projects, but down towards the bottom, their beta courses under resources, they've got a couple of them. Wow, and they've already changed it again. No, is there more to it? They already changed it. Testing, something about Mocha, accessible web design. No, they had, oh yeah, Matplot and Pandas. Is this that like a play on like, well, DOS was, I'm thinking of DOS, but no, or is that literally just pandas? I'm thinking of DOS, and I was trying to put it together. I don't think it's actually now Pandas, which I think would be way cooler, but Pandas would probably make more sense. But someone needs to work on Pandas, damn it. We need to bring DOS back. And NumPy. I could have sworn there was more. There was others. I mean, this is quite a few just for beta courses alone. it's a decent chunk. It's certainly more than they had when I was going through there earlier in the year. But nevertheless, we'll close out of that. Still plenty of other stuff. Wait, test-driven development. Oh, yeah, we went through that. Okay, back off. Minor tangent. Back into the fire. Are so I want to go through. I should set up a for loop where I can concatenate everything, or do I just concatenate on the fly? I think I want to concatenate everything with a for loop. Yeah. Let's do that. Oh, this is brutal. Well, I can't believe I managed to forget all of the essentials. I would use all of these tools all the time. Bad Steven. Bad Steven. Okay. Through the objects, we want arrays in our life. We are on the hunt for arrays. Arrays are our friend. This is what we're doing. New length, that can be number string. And it will be something, some other array like fruits. Fruits will be a placeholder. Fruits equals that. So we will have number string is an empty, it's an empty array to start with. Number string is an empty array to start with. I will be pushing button content to number string. That's the world I want to live in. Number string goes there. Let's get rid of that. Number string equals this. Think it through, Stephen. One step at a time. You know what? No, don't think it through. It's when we overthink everything falls apart. Well, if we had a number string and we wanted to fill it up, where would you put your hands? Well, I'd probably start touching somewhere around here. We would do the following. So that's to create an array, and then to add to the end, we'd simply do number string, num string. Wait, are we doing num string or number string? Who's on first? Pick a fucking lane. We're gonna do num string. Num string dot push or button content. Okay. We have number string. We have number string dot push. And then we have number string here. Every time we click, everything gets run. And we probably need to concatenate them. But I don't care. Let's see what happens here. Save. Now, my concern is when I click it once, if it's not going to return again. I think these are out of order for some reason. Because it's been so long since I've had to use these exact things. Even though they're basic and the core fundamentals. We're shaking the rust off. We are shaking the rust off. 7, 8, 9. Let's console log num string to see what's happening. Console.log num string, save, refresh, click, 8. So it's always plus equals. That's what we want. We want it to be plus equals blank. God, I totally forget how to set all this up. Okay, full stack route, working on a handful of projects. Wife, Greenberg, I like React Native. Made a to-do app in a few days. Gopher, yeah, it's been enjoyable so far. I really like React a lot. You can find me on GitHub. You can find me on GitHub. McGreenberg followed. Don't forget about function scope. Function. Oh. Well, this is all within the if. If it's a number. Well, we want all the number stuff to be happening within here, but maybe there's more to it. Okay, something about function scope. Declaring a variable inside a function limits its scope to that function. True. So that will be a problem in the future when we get down here to our actual number function. Damn. GitHub, yeah. Over. Damn, GitHub is taken. I'm sure it's something cool. I'm sure it's gritty in all of its content. Declaring function McGreen. I looked at your source code, Topher. You've got the cheat codes. Yeah, we can't look behind the curtain. Topher, it would have been an awesome domain for your projects. Or Sadness Hub. Hey, little kitty, what are you? Oh, you're just all balled up. Wow, I'm holding all of your toes in one hand, little kitty. This is a pretty special moment right now. Look at you. You're just... Oh, this is great. I have approximately 20 kitty toes in my left hand right now. It's like a weird pile of warm jelly beans. Covered in fur. Basically, if you're to leave 20 jelly beans in your pocket and walk around Disneyland for about 45 minutes, just the lint and the heat and the softness and the warmth, that's kind of what I'm touching, but it's a lot cuter because it's a cat and far less creepy because that's not actually what we're faced with right now. We're going off the deep end. It's got to be after 1. Yeah. Our train of thought is just totally tanking right now. Our imagination is going off the deep end. Okay. I'm somehow supposed to do something with an array. I'm supposed to concatenate. How would I concatenate stuff? I would take an item and I'd go return as a string. How would I take an array and return it as a string and concatenate everything? There would be a plus. For blank be a for loop. It would be a for loop. Oh, we're totally losing it. for variable I equals 0, death. Topher, I assure you it's creepy. Oh god, my bad. Greenwood, I quit Hove. That would be applicable. I could fly under that mantra. Writing down steps might help you keep on track. I should write down steps. Let's crack open our nonsense section. Oh god, no. It's like gremlins. Don't have them code after midnight. We've gone over this all the time. Nonsense. Okay, no, to-do list. We'll put it in parentheses. To-do list. Oh, we're doomed. Okay. I need to... We're already receiving button content as our parameter for button type. We've got a handful of regular expressions that we've set up for our if, else if conditions to sort them out. Those all function beautifully. What we need to do once we have that button content dot match a regular expression, we need to take button content and push it to an array. If we have that number, crap, we're going to run into issues by having it. This is the scope that Topher was talking about. I didn't see how it was an issue. But when we have this, if we go to add something to it, we're going to need a way for these variables or arrays, whatever objects, to interact with each other. And if they're all secluded in their own if, else if, we're going to be doomed. So first things first, after getting to at least this point, we need to have our variable number string out here. Num string will be an empty array, ready and waiting to receive. That'll be a variable. Here we just reference number string. I can probably just do, at this point in my mind, plus equals button content. That still seems kind of odd to me. So we have our to-do list. We're receiving button content. Receiving button content. We need to store it in an array. Store it in an array. That's not a word, that's SOTI, but store in an array, which will be numString. From there, we need them to concatenate or have it extend or add on to each other. So somehow concatenate, add slash concatenate concat button content. And once we have that, we need to not only our first goal was merely just to have the damn thing display, but we kept running into issues with how data was being stored. So now we need to have it display. Technically, it's not display. Technically, it's just get element by ID. But you know what? For lack of better words, display. No, return. Can we have return for a div? Don't care. Return divs display slash return display slash return. Display slash return something. Number string. Number string. Okay. This is not gonna go well. This is not gonna go well. Hey. Where is her? Just use oh, well, I'm not clever enough to do anything. Alright. So. Baby steps to get it to at least display. We're already receiving it. We need to store that in some type of array. Number string. So we have... Number string is a variable. No. Yeah, the variable number string is an array. And it's ready and waiting to hold button content. If button content matches this, then number string plus equals, will plus equals work in that scenario? Button content. I don't think I need to do any crazy for loop at this point. We don't need to push. I don't think, oh dear god. I don't think I need to push anything. We can console log number string, and we'll do that. Let's see where this gets us. Pretty sure we're not there yet, but I think we're starting to list in the right direction. Positive listing. Even if we could fall down the right side of the correct hill, I would be happy with that. Damn, damn, damn. Oh, steps in English. Crap. Okay. Okay. Steps as in English. User clicks button. Determine which button was clicked. If number, decimal do. If operator do. Then convert your English into steps. Oh, I think I'm crazy. What if my mind's broken? My concern, I've run into this issue before. What if this is just how... I think this is how my mind operates. Sad, broken steps. We'll shoot for English. We'll prep. we will do, oh god, why did I do Control or Command Z? We didn't want to do Command Z, we want to redo Command Y. Here's that. We wanted undo, and here, ta-da, be-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. So, the English version of this, I don't know if that's going to be much better. The English version of this looks something like the following. Well, I don't even think I discussed the parameter. So they click a button. User clicks calc number first. User clicks calc number. User clicks calculator number. And when they click the number, let's use Topher. So clear. I click a number. And then I click another number. User clicks calculator number. Copy. User clicks another number. And they do a math operator. Click a math operator. Then they select another number, then select another number. Then equals. They select another number. Then select equals. Math operator. Okay, and it returns total. All right. We've got all that noise. Now we need to do the actual code breakdown. Wait, Topher. Steps in English. User clicks button. Determine which button is clicked. If number decimal do. Then convert your English steps into code. That's why you can't focus on one problem at a time. Definitely. My is totally sporadic thought process. And Greenberg, do you know how much time I've wasted coding because I didn't write pseudocode notes before I ventured off into my editor? Do you know classes? BDX. Like for HTML to leverage for CSS and whatnot, and occasionally in JavaScript, yes. Unless we're talking about different classes. But yeah, we've got some class stuff going on. That's a thing. We've dabbled with a class or two. However, for JavaScript, I've had far better luck. It just seems a lot quicker leveraging IDs manipulate data and route info. I don't know if that's just a preferential thing or if others feel the same way. What was I doing? So, oh god, no, we're not giving up. We're gonna keep forging ahead. Oh, object-oriented programming classes. I think he's what he's talking about. Ding, ding, ding. I'm gonna go with no in that case. HTML classes, yes, but God, maybe I don't know. Have I worked with class MDN? Let's check and see. Maybe an example will MDN P classes. Let's find out. Defining class already. I'm gonna go with a confirmed no. Class rectangle constructor height width. This height equals height. This width. However, I say no. I get the feeling that there may have been a course or lesson at Code Academy regarding this. The functionality, the concept seems vaguely familiar. I don't know if it's just because the fact that it's JavaScript and it seems similar to other JavaScript, which could entirely be the case, but more to the point, the examples seem more like activities I've encountered at Code Academy, but that's not really of use right now. Animal speak. See, even Code Academy had a similar thing. It was working with animals and creating new objects, and we were classifying like the number of legs and tails that cats and dogs had, and we'd make certain objects bark or meow depending on whatever was more appropriate given the species. For that particular activity. It was little things like that. It seemed very similar to this. Greenberg, it's more the idea of class than the class itself. Weird constructor classes for a calculator, really overkill. Also good to have you, weird constructor. What am I touching? Oh, it's your face. I was like, what's round and warm down here? It's your little nose. Yeah, and your ears. Can't believe you're still napping down there, cat. It's been, how long has the stream been? Dear God, an hour and a half of sheer confusion. Because it's so basic. Just concatenate the damn thing. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Concatenate array JavaScript. Dear God, someone else had to say it. We had to do it. It's been a while. I know I should know this off the top of my head, especially after all the different activities at Code Wars. One, two, three, F, blah, blah, blah. That's the new array. Yes, yes, we want to concatenate things, exactly. Ah, cat, what are you doing? Go elsewhere. Or do something. What are you doing? Hey, Evil Taco. JavaScript is so nasty. Greenberg, I don't think so. Topher, unless you plan on making a scientific calculator or a bunch of instances of a calculator. I'm just trying to survive. Day 342. Just a man trying to learn what it means to program. Okay, okay. Yes, there's concatenating that, but that's not what we're looking for. There's a for loop where we literally concatenate the plus with the strings. It's a thing. I've done it in the past. You know what? Don't even care. We're going to Code Wars. That's how desperate we are. We're going to reference our old Code Wars activities, which had some crazy JavaScript in them. Now, in hindsight, I know a lot of them were kind of basic, but some of them were pretty weird and pretty damn clever. So we're gonna live up and find old stuff. Because the other thing, different from just throwing in stuff into Google and coming across someone else's Stack Overflow question with 35 different responses, going to Code Wars, we get to look at my responses. I get to... It'll be like past Steven explaining to future Steven, or present Steven, what is happening. Let's go to our profile. Okay, and solutions. We're going to find one that was similar to this. We can probably go early on, because this is all very basic stuff, because everything we did here at Code Wars was JavaScript, and we would be looping things and concatenating and doing all that kind of fun stuff. Yeah, this. Right? Give me some of that. Okay. What did we actually do here? Function comp, array1, array2. Your code goes here. Are they the same? If array1 is null or array2 is null, return false. That's the first thing out of the gate. Else, for variable I equals 0, I is less than array.to length, I++, increments by 1. If array1 includes math.square root array2 I, then array1 splice array1.index of math square root array2 I. Oh god, these challenges were great. Comma 1, else return false, otherwise return true. Yeah, that's the world I want to live in. Okay, so we are looking for result words. Title case, exactly what we need. Look at that, second one down. Alright, we get titles and minors. Get us a list of all the words we need to convert. Variable subject words, title to lowercase dot split. Get us a list of all the minor words. Variable minor words. Minor if minor to lowercase dot split or blank. Do I need to be splitting anything for the calculator? I don't think so. We want to be combining things. I want to be able to... Right now they're all individual stuff, and we want to be able to concatenate and cram them all together. Cool. So, with that said, we've got variable subject and variable result words. Where does result words come into play? Go through all the words we need to convert. I equals 0, I is less than subject word length, I++, subject words I. Is the first word, or it's not on our list of minor words. Blankety blank. Where is result words? That's what we want. Push. See? Here we go. If that, then add it to the list of our result words with the first uppercase, result words dot push. So it builds. We had push. Why wasn't console log showing it grow. We had that. Number string here. See that? Maybe it needs to be on the outside. Maybe that's our issue. But I figured it would have worked down here. We had a variable before. Oh well. So number string, we'll push button content to it, and we can console log button string. Y. Save. Ah. Can do. 16. Hello. Hello to you as well. Hopefully your day/evening is far less confusing than ours. We're deep in JavaScript confusion as I'm trying to come to terms with some basic fundamentals that I haven't had to deal with for, I don't know, the better part of 2 months, and apparently I've forgotten everything. Yes, tragic. 342 days apparently doesn't mean much around these parts. Save. Refresh. Right down here. That's stuff. It does that. It's empty and we're pushing it. Why doesn't it keep... Maybe it's because we're telling it equals that instead of to add on to it. Somehow we need the plus equals. It'd be like, at least that's how I'm seeing it, as if we had, you know, like variable cat equals meow. Well, it doesn't matter if we keep pushing meow to it. We're telling it equals that, I think, with push. Maybe not. We're gonna get there. We're gonna survive. I refuse to give up until we see more progress. Through hell or high water. We are gonna forge ahead, damn it. We are going to continue to forge ahead. Gopher. You set number string to an empty array at the top of the function. You set number string to an empty array at the top of the function. This is a scope issue. It's a scope issue because console log here is dealing with the number that it's pushing now versus console log up top will reflect the past numbers that it's added previously. I think. However, take it with a grain of salt. My thinking is questionable. Save, refresh, click, 7. It's empty there. Kind of cool. Click 8. death. But that does help highlight something. So we're getting closer. We're getting closer. What to do, what to do. Oh my god. So what did we have happening here? That was result words, all kinds of fun stuff happened. Subject equals subject words. Yeah. Versus the first word's not on our list, if blah blah blah, and subject that, then add this list of words to blankety blank. Subject words push. You see first subject, okay, else, otherwise, push. Subject, we were trying to separate things. Dot join! Holy shit. Okay, there was... Dot join was for the spacing for text. But what we can do, somehow once we get all the numbers in the same area, we can just join them all together with no space. Like so. We're not there yet, but that's kind of end game for bringing it all together. We can simply join... Oh my... I literally can't believe I don't remember, like, any of this stuff. So, where will I see that? Let's do dot join. We'd want to do num string dot join on nothing. Ta-da! However, I think we want to return that, and maybe even that could equal a variable in and of itself, like numbers or num steer variable num string, if that makes anyone feel any better. That could easily be a thing. I don't think we really need to return about or worry about it. Again, we could just do return as well. Not that it would go here. I'm just trying to connect my stringy button nightmare that I've got going on here. Don't mind me. There's... Little kitty is extremely active behind me. Hey, what the hell are you doing, cat? Goddamn feline. Greenberg, you should console log json.stringify numstring for easier viewing in the console. Or console dir directory? Maybe. I guess it doesn't matter too much. Thing of objects. I'm fine with either of those, so let's take your stuff. Let's do that. Gopher. What's happening is a button gets clicked and you pass button text content to the button type function. Inside the button type function is where numstring lives. Once that function ends, numstring is not available. When the function is called again, numstring is declared again as a new array. Oh, it is. Oh my god. Death. Oh, just soul crushing. Don't mind me. I'm reflecting. This hurts so much more than the else if issue last night with the lack of space between them. This is equally soul crushing. I kept calling it. It's a new one each time. Bad Steven. Death, death, death. The overwhelming feeling of defeat is not good. Okay. So be it. Forge ahead. Variable. We'll put it under its friend here. Sack of death. Cut. Crippling. Crippling. Damn, damn, damn. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Keep it together. Let's see. Okay, Topher. Still not as bad as Binary, though. So that's a win. That is very true. Binary, I do think, was the absolute low point of the stream for the year. Topher, you almost just quit streaming on that day. That is, we came close. Binary was just wrong. Humans are not meant to do Binary. At least not this one. Maybe if we can make a fun game out of Binary, but in the meantime, it's just a cold, dark trick on humanity. Oh, dear God. Okay. Happy thoughts. You know what is fascinating? Do you guys remember when I forgot and didn't realize that we were calling a new number stream inside the function? Sack of... It's sinking in now. It's bad. Let's just be thankful there aren't any of the world's tallest peaks nearby, because I would be in the process of throwing myself off of them if I was slightly closer to one of those. This is just ridiculous. Who does that? I want to blame Little Kitty, but I know it's my fault. And it's live stream, so we know that it's my fault. This sucks. Bad Steven. Oh my god, a week of no food and sleeping in the hole with losing 3 fingers? This week sucks. Can you believe this, Little Kitty? The biggest issue tonight wasn't caused by you, shockingly. Here, I am gonna move you, now that Topher's provided all that clarity. Ugh. We're gonna forge ahead and try once more. Well, actually, we're gonna keep trying until we get this, regardless of how many times it takes. Unless an asteroid lands on us, which would be fucking awesome. I don't think we're that lucky, though. Save, save, save. And we're trying again. Refresh. Console log, anything at all. That's comforting. Yeah, that's nice. Line 16. So far, that's a good omen. And we click. And... well, there's a lot of thinking that's occurring, which is a little alarming, but let's try clicking something else. That's an 8. Really slow. My computer's like lagging. Is it the code? It's probably the code. I don't even know. I don't know what to do. Who's on first? Also, why is my cursor on the buttons a slide? It's the double-sided arrows, which is super weird. Line 25. Line 25. Down. 4. No, you're... Oh, that's not helpful to anybody on this planet. What do you know? Wow, this must be like the 9th level of JavaScript hell that we've broken our way into. Aha! 7. Followed by... I don't even know everything that I have in here. I'm just clicking away on shit. Hold on, I don't even know what's going on. That's a 7. And then if I click... Oh my god. It's working. Holy ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, don't mind the commas. The commas weren't invited, but it's close enough. We needed a boat, and the best we could find was a door, and that, you know what, it floats. So, yeah, that counts as a win. Oh, look at this. Little kitty. Topher figured it out. I mean, we kind of slowly pieced it together. It was not pretty, but eventually stuff kind of worked out for the best. This would be like if there was, well, either a wildfire or a volcano erupts and the village is on fire and it gets put out by a massive monsoon or tidal wave. You know, at least the fire's out. I don't know if it was the best outcome, but hey, silver lining. At least the lines at the grocery store will be smaller. Maybe as an upside. Who knows? Who knows? But Greenberg. That indented if block is driving me crazy. Right. Should we not? I guess it shouldn't be that indented. Oh dear God. Okay. Okay. Let's move this back to where it should be. Command... No, not Command. Shift. Tab. That's better. That's better. Oh. I feel like I did a oh my god. Damn, and now it's late, so we're totally falling into delirium. Oh, son of a bitch, it's 2 a.m.? Holy crap, 1:58. No wonder why delirium's just overpowering us right now. Oh my god, I feel like I just exerted a whole project's worth of effort into essentially 1 to 2 lines of code. This is tragic. So much effort and stress and struggling for such little reward. That's too damn funny. Oh my god. Fantastic. I need to just submit a link to this video day 342 whenever I go to apply for a coding job. I think this will be extremely revealing. Oh dear God. All right. Let's piece this nightmare together a bit more. Save. We had something. We moved that. Let's bring this up a bit. Did I clear out? Did I undo stuff? I must have undone. No. We've got variable there. We've got this here. Now we can join things. That's what we can do. We can take that and we can do number string dot join, and there will be no commas between them. Oh. Okay. Save. what else do we need? We've got our number string, we're console logging it just to show that it's alive and functioning. We've got what we're pushing. We can console log that number. I don't think we actually need to worry about console logging that particular number. I think it's a little redundant for how much stuff we have going on right now. And then we've got .join. Here is... We'll leave that commented out. Let's save again. Rose before. A year in the lab saves an hour at the library. That is true. We're definitely in that group, unfortunately. McGreenberg, the 9th level of hell involves Epsilon. Alright, well, hopefully we don't have to experience that anytime soon. McGreenberg, did you know that in JavaScript, 0.1 plus 0.2 equals 0.3 evaluate stuff? False? Is it due to the data types and what the equals is looking for? I know, is it 2 equals is more specific or 3 equals is more specific? It's gotta be exact. It's a data type thing. Like, you could have a 2 in strings versus the number 2. And if you've got 2 or 3 equal signs, one passes or would evaluate to true, and the other would know that there's the difference in the data type despite the value being the same. And it won't count for it. But that's just all I can recall regarding similar things to that effect. Did we save? What's even... Oh, right, we were joining. We joined, and we're trying to simply clear out the commas. The commas, refresh. From the top. 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and 0. We did it. High five, little kitty. No? That's okay. She's on the bed. We'll go celebrate. We survived. We spent 2 hours trying to get to this point, and it took 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 lines of code. Probably not the best return on investment, dollar-wise, but thank God no major corporate company is currently paying us to do this, because this would have been quite lackluster of an experience for them. All good progress for us, though. Still counts as progress. Doesn't feel like it, but shockingly it is. I think we've embedded the don't forget how arrays work on the most basic level. That lesson's at least very fresh in our memory. Let's save that. Okay, HTML is good, CSS is good, JavaScript is decent. Let's go ahead and back out of this nightmare. I think 2 hours of struggling is just about all I can physically take. GitHub, here we come. GitHub. Over White McGreenberg, it's because of floats. That's why we have number.epsilon. Epsilon. Did not know that. I had no idea and probably wouldn't encounter that for, well, I'd like to think at least another 6 months or a year. I hope all difficult challenges are much farther away, but I feel like all of them are encroaching on us as we dig deeper into this. Never really had to use floats much, I guess. At least not in JavaScript. Evil Taco 89. We survived. It's the same in all languages, though. Huh. Maybe I don't do enough number calculator themed things in JavaScript. Never compare floating point numbers. Those are the same in all languages, right? I'm totally not the guy to ask about this, but happy to listen, for sure. Clearly we need the help. Right, we're pushing all of this noise to GitHub. Let's crack open the GitHub desktop. Yeah, good, good. That's hot, that's hot. Okay, we've lost all sense of direction. Something that rhymes with, what did we do? Well, we added an array. Added an array. That's basically it. I want to make sure it's abundantly clear little to no progress was made. Despite it being progress, we need to really indulge in what just happened. Reflect on what just happened. Copy and added an array. Yeah, good, good. Copy. Smash that in here. Commit to master. And push. Oh, that was brutal. Resolving deltas. Okay, we're good. Close out of that noise. Back to GitHub. Verifying everything's updated. Updated just now. Simple calculator. D D D D. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Look at that once more because we can. We'll count our way up from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ta-da! We also need to add the event listeners for all the keyboard commands. Earlier, I'd mentioned we needed to set up the one for enter, but we also need to set up the keyboard click events, keyboard keystrokes. I don't know. Some event listener for interactions with keyboard for all the numbers 0 through 9 and the symbols on the keyboard, in fact. Alright. Our to-do list is ever growing. Let's go ahead and back out of this noise into OBS. Greenberg, well, Topher, let's assume all question mark. So in C++, 0.1 plus 0.2 not equal 0.3. I think it's that it's just a JS thing. I don't remember that issue with C#, but I could be wrong. Yo Taco, it probably will work, but it doesn't mean you should. Noted, noted. Good safety tip, Egon. Alright, love Ghostbusters. Let's do this. We're in OBS. Day 3... I don't even know what today is. Day 342 comes to an end. Thank you again to everyone who stopped by to assist and sit through all the frustration, confusion, and all of that goodness with us. Today we had Yosh, aka Synergy, Tribute, 32 ounces, Topher. Thank you for the scope explanation. Greatly appreciated. McGreenberg, as well as for all the tips and tricks. WP Blanket. Who else did we have? Greenberg, WP Blanket. Petey. Thank you for hanging out. As well as, I know we've got more. Farzer? Yeah, it's gotta be Farzer. A Weird Constructor. Shandu 16. And anyone else. Bros Before. Evil Taco 89. And I think that covers basically everyone in chat. That spoke out in chat. Way cool. Alright, so, once again, Day 342 coming to an end. However, the adventure continues tomorrow with day 343 of the year of streaming and learning to code. Fingers crossed there is slightly more progress in our future, but I wouldn't hold my breath regarding that. Take that with a grain of salt. So, in the meantime, stopping the stream. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.